So you guys made it to the end of our presentation. I'm sure you're wondering, what the heck is magnetism? Did they even talk about magnets? How did Revire rack in enough money to make an Angry Birds movie sequel? Okay, well, we didn't talk about that one. A valid question, it still is. So anyways, magnetism. I bet you couldn't guess a magnet's favorite sport. It's pole vaulting. Welcome to Not Crash Course, where all of our dad jokes are developed by our non-paid intern slaves. Alright, so allow me to address the most simplistic part of this video, and that is magnets stick together. Are you guys still with me? Great. Now allow me to explain in more detail. Magnets are objects that produce fields that attract or repel each other. These fields, ironically called magnetic fields, are regions around the magnetic material within which the force of magnetism acts.
Mr. Edits, what is magnetism?
I have a better question for you. How did you get into my room?
That's not important. Answer the question.
Oakley dokley. Well, magnetism is a physical phenomenon produced by the motion of electric charge. This results in the attractive and repulsive forces between objects, and it is also the ability to charm or attract people. There are also many different types of magnetism with slight characteristics that kind of differentiate them. First of all, there is ferromagnetism. So, we have this element called iron. It is characterized as ferromagnetic. When an object is ferromagnetic, it means it's highly susceptible to magnetism. That being said, ferromagnetism is the mechanism by which certain materials form permanent magnets or are attracted to magnets. And then we have diamagnetism. Diamagnetism is a quantum mechanical effect.
Do you guys just put the word quantum in front of everything?
This force occurs in all materials, and albeit a weak force, it is still a force. When the material succumbs to the attractive force of the magnetic dipoles, it then turns into a diamagnetic substance. These diamagnetic substances then become repelled by a magnetic field. On the contrast, ferromagnetic substances and paramagnetic substances are attracted to magnetic fields. Oh, did you not know what paramagnetic substances were? Congratulations, my friends. You fall into the 78.96% of the world population that decided to not pursue a career in science. Anyways. Paramagnetic materials are weakly attracted by a magnetic field. These materials include magnesium, molybdenum, lithium, and tantalum. Duly note that these materials do not maintain their magnetic properties. It is merely a temporary attraction. So congratulations, you now understand the basics of the different types of magnetism, and that's only the real easy stuff. Let's move on to something that's a little more complex, and I'm talking math related. We're gonna go over the math of magnetism. To start off this massive section, we have the magnetic field equation. This bad boy is split up into three unique parts: magnitude, current, and length. Magnitude can be calculated by using the following simplistic equation. That equation is F equals I times L times B times the sine of theta. In this equation, F equals the magnitude of the force, I equals the current, L equals the length, B equals the magnetic field, and the sine of theta equals the angle between the current and magnetic field. And that's just calculating magnitude. There is also the equation to calculate the magnetic current. This can be used by using the ironically named current equation. This can be set up as I equals open parentheses NQ close parentheses divided by T. In this equation, I represents the current, N is the number of charged particles while Q represents the charge, and T is just the time period. Lastly, there's the length of the magnetic current, which is the easiest to remember. It is L equals VT. L equals the length, V equals the velocity, and T equals, you can probably guess it at this point, but I kind of have to tell you the answer. T equals time. All of these equations are used to calculate the magnetic field. In most example questions, you're given either one or two of the substantial components, and then you're just asked to solve for the missing component. Whew, there you go. Magnetism in a nutshell. A very, very, very large nutshell.
Doing these not crash courses is so much work. It is life draining.
You know, I'm probably just going to make my intern slave Ryan write, direct, star, and edit my Not Crash Course videos. This is just too much. My only option at this point is to just dump everything on the unpaid idiot who plays with magnets in the corner. It'd be like that sometimes. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Not Crash Course. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like... Wait a second. Where's Ryan?
I thought I saw him downstairs playing with magnets.
Gosh, I don't know what to do with him. Well, I guess we should go make sure he's alive. And hopefully writing the script for the next episode. If he isn't, he's gonna be fired.
I don't know where he
He better be. He has to write the script.
is.
Back so soon, are we?
Ryan? Is that you?
Ryan is no more. For I am Dr. Flanny.
How is that even possible?
It seems like after I drank this, I seem to have turned into this form. I also had a vision about the snap. And I think there's a way to bring it all back.
Okay, Einstein. How would that be possible?
Cool it. There are 4 stones. The thermostone, the electrostone, the magnetism stone, and the atom stone. With all 4 stones, we can snap physics back into existence.
Where would we even find these other stones?
I think I can track them. I seem to have a sense of where the stones might be, and I think I know where a good start might be.
I don't know what's become of my former intern slave, but if what you're saying is true, I would do anything to get this as well. Whatever it takes.